welcome to the Sanuwave Health Inc. annual meeting. I will now hand it over to Morgan Frank.
Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome and thank you for attending the 2025 annual meeting of stockholders of Sanuwave Health Inc. This meeting will please come to order. My name is Morgan Frank, Chief Executive Officer of Sanuwave. I will act as chairman of this meeting, and Peter Sorensen, our Chief Financial Officer and Secretary of the company, will act as secretary for this meeting.
I hereby accept the appointment as secretary of the meeting.
We will host today's meeting through this virtual online platform. Please remember that if you have not already voted, you may vote your shares online at any time during this meeting prior to the closing of the polls. The agenda for this annual meeting is available currently on this website. I encourage you to review the agenda if you have not already done so. Moving to preliminary matters. We will now take care of some preliminary matters before proceeding with the stockholder vote. Matter 1, Inspector of Election. The company has appointed Kathy Whedon from Broadridge to act as the Inspector of Election for this meeting. Mr. Secretary, the original oath of the Inspector of Election should be filed with the minutes of this meeting. The Inspector of Election has received the list of stockholders and has requested copies of all proxies given by shareholders in connection with this meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I present to the meeting an affidavit from Broadridge certifying that the notice of annual meeting was mailed to the company stockholders on or about July 10th, 2025. The original affidavit will be filed with the minutes of this meeting.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, will you please report to the meeting on the shares of Sanuwave common stock voting together which are present at this meeting?
Mr. Chairman, July 8th, 2025 is the record date fixed by the Board of Directors for the determination of stockholders entitled to notice of and to vote at this annual meeting. Only holders of Sanuwave common stock at the close of business on that date are entitled to notice of and to vote at this annual meeting. As of the record date, there were 8,569,338 shares of our common stock issued and outstanding. Each share of common stock entitles its holder to cast one vote on any matter to be voted on at the meeting. Under Nevada law and the bylaws of the company, the presence at the meeting, in person or by proxy, of persons holding at least one-half of our outstanding shares of common stock as of the record date will constitute a quorum. A preliminary count indicated that the holders of record of more than one-half of the outstanding shares of common stock are present at this annual meeting. The Inspector of Election has made an exact count and will submit a formal report on the number of votes present.
Thank you. Because a quorum is present, we will proceed with the meeting. Moving on to orders of business. This annual meeting has been called for the purposes set forth in the Notice of Annual Meeting and Proxy Statement. The proxy statement sets forth 5 proposals for the shareholders to vote upon. 1, to elect 5 directors, Morgan Frank, Gregory Bazar, Jeffrey Blizzard, Ian Miller, and James Tyler, to serve until the 2026 annual meeting of stockholders. 2, to ratify the appointment of Baker Tilly US LLP as our independent registered public accounting firm for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025. 3, to approve an amendment to the Sanuwave Health Inc. 2024 Equity Incentive Plan to increase the number of shares authorized for issuance under the plan by 500,000 shares. 4, to approve in an advisory non-binding vote the compensation paid to our named executive officers. And 5, to approve as an advisory non-binding vote the frequency of future votes on the compensation paid to our named executive officers. All stockholders entitled to vote at this annual meeting have the ability to do so online. If you're a stockholder entitled to vote and have not yet voted, or if you want to change your previously cast vote, please do so via the website used to access this meeting. Please remember that if you have already voted by proxy, it is not necessary to vote again. After voting has been completed on all matters of the agenda, we will close the polls. We'll now pause to allow voting. Okay, having paused, I declare the polls are now closed. The Inspector of Election will furnish the Secretary with a written report of the final vote count with respect to the proposals, which will be included in the minutes of the meeting. The company will disclose the results of the voting in a current report on Form 8-K within 4 business days. This brings us to the conclusion of the meeting. That concludes the business for the meeting. The annual meeting is now adjourned. We'll now address stockholder questions. If any stockholder would like to ask a question, please submit it through the web portal by typing in the box on the web portal. In the interest of efficiency, we reserve the right to group questions of similar nature together, and we may not have time to respond to all questions. Seeing no questions, thank you again to all of our stockholders for participating in today's annual meeting.
The meeting has now concluded. Thank you for joining. You may now